All the tour you've heard about. A&E, History Channel, Travel Channel, MTV, that little putrid thing from World's Greatest Bloodsuckers on Animal Planet, which I'm still trying to burn. They just won't let me get the original. Point is, you are on the right tour and in the right place. What you have to realize is, unlike most of the people that come through this town, they migrate in, they fall in love with the city, and they decide, hey, let's try this. I am unfortunately cursed from birth. I'm born and raised here, which means I know this city's history like the back of my hand. I also know its folklore quite well. We know what folklore is? Stories handed down from generation to generation. Everybody thought Grandma was telling the little crazy kid some creepy stuff, trying to scare the holy guacamole out of him. I got a little older, I did my own research, and Grandma's really not crazy. She knew what she was doing. Apparently, since today, the sign has moved and the new occupants have moved in. They're all curious. That's why they're on the balcony. They want to know. Maybe they should have taken the tour before they even moved in there, for very good reason. Although this corner is fairly quiet by French Quarter standards, we can understand why. This corner would have been very quiet in 1928. These buckets of bolts didn't exist, or at least didn't come through the street. And half of the noise pollution we have, we didn't get. 2 young men move into that building by the last name of Carter. They lived here quiet for 4 years. The only thing the neighbors can really tell you is that they worked on the Governor Nichols Street Wharf unloading ships. Late into the evening, they partied on Bourbon Street. They came home. End of discussion. Until 1932. It all comes crashing down on our heads when a 9-year-old girl comes barreling out of a side door that we will pass shortly. She is bloody, screaming at the top of her lungs. She runs full stride down Royal Street, 8 blocks, to the police station, which is still in operation today. Don't ask me how I know. Beautiful building. But the point is, when she gets there, she tells the police a story so horrifying. They gather a unit at once, march down, kick in the door, barge through without question. What the hell did she tell him? She basically tells him that she is approached by 2 men with the 1932 equivalent of Candy Little Girl. And when she gets close enough to him, they march directly up to the grand room on the 2nd floor. They gag her. They bind her by the wrists and ankles to a chair. 3 days, 3 nights. They sliced open her left wrist, consistently. They drank the blood directly from the wound of her wrist, or they actually would work it into a cup to save it for later, the whole time making it into a sick joke and telling her that she's going to die. For those of us that are confused, how'd you stop the blood from coagulating? I've had this problem before. Merlot makes an excellent anticoagulant. You didn't hear that. The point is, when the police come through and they kick the door in, they find out the little girl is not lying. But that apartment is anything but empty. In the same grand room, 4 chairs, 4 other victims, all gagged, all bound by the wrists and ankles, all bearing the same wounds on the left wrist, claiming the same story, except that some of them have actually been here a little longer than others. Not creepy. The adjacent bedroom on the corner, 17 bodies, stacked, one on top of the other like plywood, covered in a sheet, doused in quicklime. Why? Yeah, we don't need garlic to hide this. Not even the neighbors know what the hell's going on. What Interview with the Vampire you may recognize. If you read the book, you're probably looking at me going, what the hell is that? This is not the part in the book. The book is about 2 blocks away, owned by Tulane University. Hollywood doesn't have that kind of money. For those of you that know how much Tulane charges per semester per student, Hollywood can't touch this place. They're like, no, go away. They come through here. This is a museum. Can we? Yes. Great. It is known today as Madame John's legacy. It is one of 3 original remaining buildings left in the city. I would be on an island with Jimmy Buffett smoking a fat cigar, drinking margaritas. But the point is, Anne Rice tries to let you guys in on some secrets of this city and our history in her writing. The biggest one being, this is the home of Louis and Lestat in the movie. They have a family over for dinner, literally. Little Claudia's playing the piano quite brilliantly, and I'm still trying to learn how to play that piece. But this is where Lestat says, "Excellent, Claudia. Now play something on a more somber note." And we see what happens. The second they stand up, the family over for dinner becomes dinner. The only thing we know is that a group of people partying on Bourbon Street come running down the street. They claim they see the Axeman leaving the scene of a crime. They chased it down the street. It went into an alley. It grew wings and it flew away. Reason number 101 why we do not drink on Bourbon Street. Bad phone. All right, guys, this is the St. Mary's Chapel, not part of the original construction. The original construction was what I pointed out to you before, the Ursuline Convent. The very first building built in this city. It was built for the Ursuline nuns. Got a better idea. We're going to take one of those. We're going to set up 2 chairs, 2 of those. We're going to aim them directly at the shutters of this building, and we're going to sit here all day long. And if something opens one of these shutters, we're going to find out exactly what it is, and we'll all be rich. Great idea. Love to tell you what they found. Unfortunately, I can't. I can tell you what we found. We found the 2 interns. Right there. It's awful funny nobody stood there. Lifeless and bloodless. A nice little breezy October night in 1978. There they are. Now, I don't think I have to reiterate or explain what I mean when I say lifeless, do I? Bloodless? Here's the catch. The coroner is completely stumped, although he writes it up as a cult murder, and it still exists today as an unsolved murder mystery.